हरे श्रीनिवास श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। प्रसन्न वरदं ध्यायेत् प्रसन्न गुणपूरणं प्रसन्न वेंकटं वंदे गुरुभावं पदाश्रये। Sri Prasanna Venkatadasaru has written suladhis which depict the glory of Paramatma. Today we are looking at one such suladhi which begins like Jagadaji Vara Nodi Yukutili Srijisuva. Here Paramatma's Mahatmya is related as how he is the Srishti karta. The creator of the universe is completely full of auspicious attributes, obviously, because how can he create this diverse universe with all its systems working in order and its automatic rejuvenations, its automatic sustenance? All these things are taken care of by nature, is what science tells. Nature itself has these systems in place. So, who put them in place? And that person is Paramatma. So, understanding the diverse nature and the beautiful systems of the world, we can understand the greatness of Sri Hari. This is told by Srimad Acharya in his Dwadasha Stotra, Bahuchitra Jagat Bahuda Karanat Parashaktir Ananta Guna Paramaha. So, this Shrishtiyaadi karta is described here. Like, how did he start Shrishti? He first created Brahma, then Rudra was his Mamaga, then he had the Panchabana or Kama also as his smallest son, then he had Ganga as his daughter. All these things are narrated by Prasanna Venkatadasaru in the first charana, and then he says, such a great personality who created the entire universe and who is not even understood by a thorough study of the agamas, and yet people understand him only by his grace. Only by his grace one can know him. He uplifts the sajjanas and does the samsara of the durjanas. He is the Jagad Atma, Jagadapta, Jagadudara, Jagad Varada, Jagadeka. 5 rupas of Paramatma are taught about by Prasanna Venkatadasaru. Let us look at these charanams. The first one is very long. After that, the second, third, and fourth are all small. They recollect the leelas of Paramatma in Gokula also. Jagada Jivara Nodi Yukutili Srijisuva Magana Padediruve Nabi Kamaladi Drigamura Nembo Mammaga Nihanu Ninagele Kagagamana Aganita Gunanilaya Deva Magulaidu Ganein Mujagava Mohipa Kiriya Maganulla Siriya Sangadale Mukunda. He is telling, oh Mukunda. Mukunda means one who is giver of moksha. Mukum dadati iti mukundaha. So the giver of moksha is contemplated as the one who has done the srishti. Jagada jivara nodi yukutili srijisuva. This jaga is filled with jivas, no, who have been brought into existence. Now further bodies for them is created by Paramatma. Initially also the Srijya jivas are given bodies based on their yogatas. That's why they say Jagada Jivara Nodi. Nodi means to understand what is appropriate for each jiva. He bestows that for them. Yukutili Srijisuva. His method of giving them bodies, the time, everything is so appropriate. Magana, before that, the Srishti has to be already in place. So for the Srishti to be in place, he is the one who created Brahma from his Nabi. That is described here. Magana Padediruve Nabi Kamaladi. Padmanabha Parama Purusha he is called. He is the Srishti Karta. What does he do? Before the Srishti began, he was sleeping on the Aladele. And then when Lakshmi Devi told him about the necessity for creation, it's not like that he does not know, but when he is beseeched upon by the mother of all, that you must create in order that all the souls who can be happy, they will have a chance to do their sadhana. That time he brought out the lotus from his navi. And that is where the Brahma was born. And so he is called as the son of Padmanabha. Drigamura Nembo Mommaga Nihanu. From Brahma came Rudra. Rudra is called Drigamuru because he has 3 eyes. Surya, Chandra, Anala, Lochana is also his name. Mammaga Nihanu Ninage, Ele, Kagagamana. You have the vehicle named as Kaga. Kaga is the one which travels in the air. Among them, the Shreshta Pakshi, Garuda, Garuda Vahana, Aganita, Guna Nilaya Deva. You have infinite gunas. You are the treasure house of infinite auspicious attributes. That is his qualification for all these other things. How does he do Shrishti? A normal soul cannot do a Shrishti. Of this entire Brahmanda, leave alone. Any other thing also we cannot do a Shrishti. On our own, we cannot do. With all the cloning materials nowadays, people are doing some things in the labs. But that all is happening only because of the material that's already available. We don't have that trigunas. We cannot do anything. We cannot do without the panchabhutas. We cannot do anything without the pancha tanmatras. They only enable us to see. They only enable us to think. The mind and the mental processes of those scientists also work because of the Shrishti already being there. So that Shrishti which enables the mind to think, to remember, to correlate, to analyze, and to find a new structure. All these things are all in place for the jiva who creates something or invents something or discovers something. Paramatma does this with the basic necessities. Like he keeps one trigunas as his base, and based on that he creates. So this Paramatma's guna is aganita. How do we measure him? How do we understand him? Because he is of infinite auspicious attributes. Our Gurugulu, Bananji Govindacharya used to always stress, when we in the world, we have so many instruments to find out about things in, and we yet do not know the number of different types of species of animals that exist. Inside the water, underwater also, there are so many species which are undiscovered. Flying insects in the rainforest may be undiscovered. There are many types which have not been seen by the human eye. That is the greatness. I mean, the Srishti or the Vaividya, they say, there's so many varieties. Each one of them also, one single person does not know. Individually, they are studying. The people who study insects are studying it. People who study birds are studying it. Everything is going on. But one entity does not know about all these things in place. Then how will they know about the creator is the question that he used to always pose to us. To understand the greatness of Paramatma, this is absolutely necessary. What is there in place has been put in by him. But we don't know what is there already in this space. That is all these different varieties of insects and animals and other things. But then how can we claim to know him? He is of infinite auspicious attributes. And that is what is told by Purandar Dasaru in one Uga Boga. He says, Anuvagaballa, Mahattagaballa, Anumahattu Yarada Undagaballa, Rupanagaballa, Arupanagaballa, Rupa Arupa Yaradondagaballa. ಸುಗುಣನಾಗಬಲ್ಲ ನಿರ್ಗುಣನಾಗಬಲ್ಲ ಸುಗುಣ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ಎರಡೊಂದಾಗಬಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತನಾಗಬಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತನಾಗಬಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಎರಡೊಂದಾಗಬಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಘಟಿತ ಘಟಿತ ಅಘಟಿತ ಅಚಿಂತ್ಯ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಸದ್ಗತಿ ಸ್ವಗತ ಸ್ವರೂಪವನ್ನು ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲ ಅವನು ಸ್ವಗತ ಸ್ವರೂಪ. His swabhava itself is rupa. His every form is completely auspicious. And Gatita Agatita means which can happen, which cannot happen. He can think about that. And he is Achintya. Achintya means we cannot think about him. How much ever we think, Gocharisanu, ಬಹುಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆಲೋಚನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಸರಿ ಕೀಚಕಾರಿ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಕವಿಜನಗೆಯ ಮಹಾರಾಯ. He is so absolutely wonderful that we can't understand him. If you say, can he become of a small size? Yes, he can. He is right inside the jiva, as the jiva antaryami. Is he big? Yeah, he is, because he is, even before the universe was there, he existed in the entire vast universe. And then now also he is Vyapaka. He is Vyapaka in all the places. He is having rupas, he is not having rupas. He can be without the form. He is formless. These are the things that we cannot even understand with our mind, and that is why he is told to be Achintya by Purandar Dasaru. Now we come to the next line, which he says, he had the Magulaidu Ganayim Mujagava Mohipa Kiriya. The Kiriya Maga Nulla Siriya Sangadale Mukunda. He has one young son, he says, that is Kama. Panchabhanana Pita is one of the names given to Paramatma, because using his 5 arrows, the Kama will attract the human beings and make them attached to things. The 5 arrows are the 5 senses. If you get a liking for any type of food, then you start craving it. Everything in the 5 senses are of that type. That is how Paramatma destined this. Through him, through the Kama, he creates the attachment among the people's minds. ಮನದೊಳಗೆ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟು ವಿಷಯವ ಮನದೊಳಗೆ ನೆಲೆಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಬಲುನೂತನ ಸುಸಮೀಚೀನ ಇದು ಉಪಾದೇಯವೆಂದರುಪಿ is what Jagannath Dasaru says. Mana just goes to the Vishya. Then the Vishya comes inside the mind and it sits. That is the Moha. Mohipa Kiriya Maganulla Siriya Sangadale Mukunda. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದ್ಯೂಗಮನೆ ಲೋಕಪಾವನೆ ಪವಿತ್ರೆ ಎಂಬ ಮಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಳು ವಾಮಾಂಗ್ರಿ ವೆರಳುಳು. On the ವಾಮಾಂಗ್ರಿ ಬೆರಳು, the ವಾಮಾಂಗ್ರಿ is the ಎಡಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ, his left toe. From there the Brahmanda Karpara was just touched, by which it slowly cracked open, and from there the Ganga, the Kamandalu of Brahma, was used by him to wash Paramatma's feet, and that came Dyugamane, means it came through the Akasha, through all the great worlds above us, and then it came to the earth by falling through Rudra's jata, and it purified the earth. Lokapavane Pavitre Yamba. She is the Pavitra, because she can purify anyone who takes bath in her, anyone who chants her name. That is enough. Ganga, Ganga, yo iti bruyat, yojananam shatairapi, muchyate sarva papebhyaha. Such is the power of Ganga. ಮಗುವೆನಿಸಿ ಗೋಕುಲ ಯಶೋದೆ ನಂದನರ ಮುದ್ದುಗಳ ಸಲಿಸಿದೆ ಮಹಾಮಹಿಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. Such a majestic personality you are, yet you appeared as a small boy and you accepted the loving kisses of your parents, that is, who took care of him in that avatara, who were Yashoda and Nanda. Mahamahima Krishna is saying, what is your Mahamahime? The Mahamahime is such that Agama Kotigalu Ninnan Arasi Kanavu. There are Koti Agamas. Agamas means the Vedas are told to be infinite. Anantavai Vedaha. Then other than the Vedas, there are so many. 18 Puranas are there, the Itihasas are there, the Brahma Sutras are there, the Pancharatra Agamas are there. Many of these, all of these disclose Vishnu's Mahatmya, yet they are not complete in that description, because which is infinite, that can never be completely known or described by anyone. And then he is saying, Agama Kotigalu Ninna Arasi Kanavu Gada Bagayala Alava Iraduhaya Jiya. He's saying Bagayal Alava Yarige Yaradrige. How is it possible for anyone to understand your glory? Alavodu means alavu means to have one ability to measure. This immeasurable gunas of Paramatma can never be understood by anyone. Yariga hudaya jiya, he is asking, who can ever possibly understand your glory completely? Vigada ಪೋಕರನ ಅಲಿಸಿ ಆತ್ಮಜೀವರ ಬೇಳುಗೆಯ ತೋರಿಸುವೆ ವೈಷಮ್ಯ ವಿದೂರ. In this world, what you do is Vigada Pokaru, those who are against the Vedas, those who are not acknowledging Paramatma's greatness, they are wiped out. Atmajivara, those who accept Paramatma as the Swami, to them he uplifts them slowly. Torisuve. He is Vaishamya Shunya. Vaishamya Vidura means to anyone he does not do anything. He can do anything. No agatita ghatana. But still he does not do anything. Only if he finds that that person is eligible for it, he does that treatment to them, whatever it can be. If he is a dushta, then he gets the annihilation. If it is a sajjana, then he gets uplifted, he or she. Jagadatma, Jagadvyapta, Jagadudara, Jagadvarada, Jagadeka Muruti, Prasanna Venkatesha. So now we can contemplate on these 5 rupas of Paramatma: Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshna, Vasudeva, Narayana. So here he is saying Jagadatma. Jagadatma means who is the Antaryami of every person, every jiva in the world. So what is Aniruddha? Aniruddha, if you find the meaning of Aniruddha, Aniruddha has one meaning, and that is who does not have any obstacles. Anigalige Priyavadava. Ani means who are the followers of prana. He is dear to them. So Aniruddha is dear to the followers of prana because he is in the Vidya. The followers of prana, the followers of Acharya Madhva are behind knowledge. Knowledge is what can give you the upliftment. That is declared very well by Acharyaru, and those who follow him, they understand that knowledge is of prime importance. And this Jagadatma Paramatma, he is Aniruddha. Vidyatanendenisi Komba Aniruddha Devanu. Aniruddha is the Vidya. So with Vidya only you can overcome all the obstacles to moksha. Aniruddha means who remains without obstacles all the time in all places. So Aniruddha, what he bestows on his devotees is Vidya, through which they can be free from all the obstacles to moksha. Jagadvyapta, he is there, present everywhere. Pradyumna means Prakrishtavada, Sampattu or Belaku. So the Belaku means the knowledge and the brightness or the removal of darkness. So wherever there is Pradyumna, Pradyumna means what? Special brightness. Vidyataneneniskomba Aniruddha Devanu, Buddhiyolu nelesidu Pradyumna. Pradyumna, he enables our mind to function, throw the light on things. How do we understand this? That is decided by the Buddhi. And Buddhi is enabled such by Pradyumna. Jagadvyapta. He has, Pradyumna is completely full of sampattu and brightness. So what does he do? He throws light. He enables the jiva to understand which is right and which is wrong. And that is the Buddhi Sampat which he provides to the jiva. Jagat Vyapta. He is there everywhere. Means he knows the knowledge of every creature and everything in the world. So that is why he has the ability to allow the jiva to make the right decision. Because when we don't know all the facts and figures, we tend to take out some opinion and the solution might not be right. But we have all the related information, then we can take the right decision. So Jagat Vyapta Paramatma. When we have decisions to make in our worldly life, also we have to pray to this form of Paramatma, and Vidya and Buddhi. That is Aniruddha and Pradyumna. But sustained interest in accomplishing that task will be happening only through Sankarshna. Sankarshna means Akarshana. And the Sankarshna, what does he do? He keeps everything in his stomach. Jagadudara is another word. He withdraws everything that is available into his stomach. Jagadudara, Sankarshana. But in our sadhana, what is the part of Sankarshana? Vidyataneneniskomba Aniruddha Devanu, Buddhiyolu nelisippa Pradyumna. Siddhi enisuva Sankarshana. Thus Buddhi and Vidya together must give us some accomplishment, and that is happening through Sankarshana. Sustained efforts will only lead to success. Jagat Varada. Jagat Varada means who gives away the special request of all the devotees. He enables them to happen. And Vasudeva is that form here. So that Siddhi Enisuva Sankarshana Prasiddha Namaka Vasudeva. Anavadya Rupa Chatushthayagal Aritavane Panditanu. Who knows these 4 forms, Vyuha Rupas of Paramatma, to be the one which enable anyone to obtain knowledge, is the one who is a Pandita. Jagannath Dasaru says. Jagadvarada, he enables the jiva to acquire the sampat in the form of knowledge through this process. Vidya, Buddhi, Siddhi, and then Prasiddhi. Prasiddhi is wisdom. where knowledge turns into wisdom. It enables you to function in the world without getting attached to the worldly things. Jagadeka, he is the one and only one who is completely free from flaws. Narayana. Narayana is the fifth rupa which we are contemplating on, and that is only one, he says. One and only one. Jagadeka means one and only one Narayana. Narayana is the name of Paramatma, because na ara ayana. He has no dosha. He is completely flawless. What is the flaw that is in Mahalakshmi? One may ask. She is dependent on Paramatma. That is one flaw. Then what about the Devatas? They are not only dependent on Paramatma, but they have gross bodies also, which have to be removed when they go to moksha. They have dukkha prapti. Other jivas, of course, they have lot of other things. Their bodies also keep changing, and the mental states also keep changing. These flaws are there in all the jivas. Mainly, we are looking at all these flaws which are not there in Paramatma. Jagadeka, he is only one. Eko devaha sarva bhuteshu gudaha sarva vyapta. These are all the gunas described by the Upanishads. Jagadeka Muruti Prasanna Venkatesha. Now we come to the second charana. Atavaduva balanolu jagannataka ನೀನೆನಿಸಿ ಜಗದರ ಕೋಟಲೆಗೆ ನಿಯತ ಕಾರಣ ತರತಮ ಕೋಟಿ ಜೀವರ ಪೃಥಕ್ ಗತಿಯ ನೀವ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ವೆಂಕಟ ಆಟಕಗೆ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಟ ವಿಭುನಿ ಆಟವಾಡುವ ಬಾಲನೊಳು ಜಗನ್ನಾಟಕ ನೀನೆನಿಸಿ he saying in the form of a small boy. You are the one who Jagannataka, who performs in the world, like who makes other things to perform. Nataka is a place or a drama which is enacted at the direction of someone. So the director is Paramatma, and the persons are made to act based on his will. So he is saying, what for you are doing all this? Because what you do is, this entire world of sentient and insentient beings, you are the cause for it. Niyata karana. Jagadara kotalege niyata karana. Jagadara neenu. Jagada kotalegella neene karana. Taratama koti jivara prutakku gatiya nive. See, there are so many jivas. He's telling hundreds and thousands of jivas are there. Infinite number of jivas are there. In this Srijya Avastha, only how many of jivas are there? Each one of them is different from the other. Jiva Veda. And one of them is greater, the other one is smaller in their yogyate. Whatever is the taratamya, accordingly, Prutakagati means accordingly, each one gets what he deserves only. Whatever she or he deserves, you give them that only. Prutakagati and Eva, Prasanna Venkata, Ninu Hatakage Samrata Vibhuni. See, here mostly everyone says Brahma is the writer of the destiny. Hataka is the Brahma. Hatakage Samrata. You only decide what Brahma has to do. See, Brahma is the writer of destiny. He is called as the Vibhu. But actually, you are the writer of the destiny because you control even Brahma, he says. Now, that Prasanna Venkata, Krishna, is described. ಬೊಮ್ಮಂಡನಂತವ ನಿರ್ಮಿಸೆ ಎತ್ತಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಗೋಪಿಗೆ ಅಮ್ಮಿ ಬೇಡಿ ರಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ ನಾಳಿ ಗೋವಳೆ ಎರಡನೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಗುಂಜಿಯ ಮಾಲೆ ತಾಳಿ ದ್ಯುಮ್ನ ಆಚಿಂತ್ಯ ಮಹಿಮಾ ಕ್ರೀಡಾನಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ವೆಂಕಟ ತಿಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ, the most pleasing deity to Prasanna Venkata Dasaru, is described here as the one who is the creator of the Brahmandas. Means here, Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka is one of the descriptions of Paramatma. Brahmanda Anantava Nirmisite, Ettale Dadi. You have been the creator of all the Brahmandas that have ever come to be. All the Brahmandas are so many. That's why they say infinite. So many Brahmandas have been there already. And all these Brahmandas, they were created by the same entity. Brahma is different in each kalpa. Brahma kalpa keeps changing, no? After one creation is having completed and it gets dissoluted, then at the appropriate time, the new creation starts with the Nabi The flower coming from the Nabi, and from there Brahma, and then Brahmanda. So this Brahma is different in each kalpa. But Paramatma is not different. The creator of Brahma is never different in each creation. In each creation, the person who creates is you only, he says. You are the one who, Ananta, how many ever Brahmandas have come, you have been the one who created it. Whereas what did you do? When you came, you came here, where did you go and play? He's asking. Ettala Adi, Amma, Gopige Ammi Bedi. You have come to Gokula as a small boy, and then you asked Gopi, that is Yashoda Amma, that I am hungry, I need to drink milk. Rammayan Ali, Govalayar Odane Keli, Omme Gunjiya Male Tali. He's telling you are the one who is the Pati of Rama Devi, and you are always doing vihara with her, even in the Pralaya Kala. Now, you have come and appeared as a small boy in Gokula, and with all these Govalaya Rodane, all the Gopas, Gopis, and all, you were happily moving about with them. They strung out flowers which are of good fragrance, and they gave it to you as a garland. You wore them. You never told them, see, I am the master of the world. I created these flowers. Why do I need them? But you accepted them when they gave it with love. You are completely full of light. You are enveloped with the outside, everywhere is completely full of that light, which is so powerful that even a Naka will is more than 1,000 Vajra Yudas, is described by Acharya. Achintya Mahima Krida Ananta Nama Prasanna Venkata Timma. Achintya Mahima. Your Mahima is unthinkable, he says, because no, this thinking part of us will always want to rationalize. Why did this happen is a question we want to answer. In any of our doings and vyavaharas, we think about it in that way. But for Paramatma, can we do that? Because what he did, he is the master of the world. Ananta Brahmandas were created by him only. Yet as a small boy he came, and then he said, can I have some milk, to his mother? Then he went and held the hands of the gopis and he danced with them. He accepted the garlands which were offered with love by the gopas and the gopis. Is this all anything that we can understand with our rational mind? Why would a person who is completely in bliss, person means entity, who is completely in bliss, want to engage in all this? Because for us, what our mind says that you should do something if you're feeling happy about it. We try to do that, no? If there's anything which is not nice and which we don't want, we try to avoid it. And which is nice, if we are enjoying it, then we'll say, see, I'm already watching this. I'm having a good time. I don't want to join that game. That's what we say if someone approaches us when we are already doing something and I'm quite happy. We don't want to go away from there and do something else. Who can understand this Paramatma if he is always in complete bliss? He is not dependent on anyone for anything. Yet he comes and he does this kind of kridas. So that's why he's achintya. And his kridas are ananta, infinite kridas he does. Namma Prasanna Venkata Timma. However much he might be big, how many ever Brahmandas he might have been creating, and he might be doing things which we don't even understand, yet he remains Namma Timma. Namma Timma means he is my dearest Lord. He is right inside my heart lotus, says Prasanna Venkata Dasaru. And we also go behind the Dasarus and we also say he is our Timma. What else did he do? The many kridas that he did in Krishna Avatara are described here. Varala Neledu, Yamalarjunara, Udruta, Saralatanada Habbadandu, Matula Nudda, Garaladantana Shiraveri Natyavadi, Araladavare Muka Prasanna Venkata, Taralarola Baduta, Beralalaga Potta, Tarala Chinmaya Taralane. Oh Tarala. Tarala means oh young boy. You are the Chinmaya Tarala. Chinmaya means who is of the form of Jnana and Ananda. The form of Krishna that people of the Gopi, of the Gokul could see was something like the Panchabhautika form because he was eating, drinking, he was growing from the babyhood to the adult. But actually his form is unchangeable. But he is so He can have a form, he can be formless, is what we have just now seen. So the form of Paramatma can appear as anything that he wants it to appear as. So when he wanted it to appear as a small baby, he appeared. And then when he wanted it to be a small boy, he appeared so. He appeared as he wants. So that's why he is referred to here as Chinmaya Taralani. What did this Chinmaya Tarala do? The small boy, Orala Neladu. One day when his mother tied him up to the Oralu, the churning stone, he dragged it along with him and he went so that he could uplift the Yamala Arjuna brothers, the twins, who were in the form of the Arjuna Vrikshas. Then Saralatanada Habbadandu Matulana Oda. Then when the Akrura came and picked them up to go for the Billa Habba, there he went and did the samhara of his Mama Kamsa. Garala Dantana Shiraveri Natya Vadida. That snake Kalinga, who is having the Visha in his mouth, and Krishna, stood on him and did the Natya or the dance, Kalinga Mardana. Araladavare Mukha, your face is like the beautiful lotus. O Prasanna Venkata, Tarala Baduta, Berala Aga Potta. So what did he do? Aga means which does not move, and that is a mountain. The mountain called as Govardhana was supported by Paramatma with his smallest and tiny finger. So these are the leelas, some of the leelas that we can recollect about Krishna. He was so beautifully playing among the gopis. He accepted their devotional flowers, and their flowers were in the form of the Vanamala. And then he showed different leelas to his mother, and he did the samhara of one or two. They told here about the beautiful way in which he uplifted the Yamala Arjuna, the brothers, and then he also did the Mardana of Kalinga. He did not do the Samhara. He allowed him to go to the Ramyaka Dvipa and stay there doing his sadhana. And his face is so beautiful. You can think about it, he says. That is what is the contemplation that Prasanna Venkata Dasaru wants us. Look at his beautiful face, he says. And understand that his majesty is such that we cannot measure it. Chinmaya Rupa. Ondan ulisidennalla ondi ಆನಂದೋ ಆನೊಂದಿಸಿ ಜಲದೋಳ ಆನಂದ ಲೀಲೆಯೊಳ ಒರಗಿದೆಯೋ ಒಂದು ಗುಣದಿರವ ಇಂದಿರೇಗರುಹುದ ಒಂದು ವಟಪರ್ಣದೋಳು ಒಂದ ಅದಿ ಬಾಲ ಮುಕುಂದ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ವೆಂಕಟ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದನ್ ಉಳಿಸದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೊಂದಿಸಿ. Whatever you have in this world you have created, no, everything was swallowed by you only. This is the form of Paramatma where he does the laya. So he is telling nothing is left out. Everything is swallowed by you. After you swallow everything, what you do? In that jala. What is the jala here? If he has swallowed everything, there should not be anything. No. Here, what is this jala? Then Nama Acharyaru, Govinda Acharyaru says this jala that is described here is the sea of energy. The energy is the sattva, rajas, tamo gunas. No? These three types of energies are there. They come into their state where there is no forms. Formless energy. In that formless energy, you are lying in great happiness. Anandadi. Leelayolag oragidayo. Oragidayo means you are nicely having a good rest. Ondu guna dirava. Indireg aruhada. Even one guna is not able to be cognized completely by even Mahalakshmi, he says. Mahalakshmi is continuously contemplating his gunas, yet she does not come to an end of any one guna also, he says. That is the great mahima of Paramatma. Onda vataparnadolu. He's saying that one vataparna, in that one alad ele, as a Bala Mukunda, you are lying down. During the Pralaya Kala, this is one vision which Markandeya got, is also told. So Mukunda is the one who gives mukti. That Bala Krishna is lying on the load, on the small Vataparana, Prasanna Venkata Govinda. Think about that form of Krishna. He swallows everything that is there, and his form is so beautiful that, and his gunas are so vast and infinite that even Lakshmi has not come to the end of even one guna, he says. Any one guna also, she has not completely seen it fully. So each guna is infinite in itself, and the number of gunas too is infinite. Such a Prasanna Venkata Krishna has to be contemplated on in order to obtain mukti. So in order to obtain mukti, if we have to contemplate what we need, that he is asking in the last jate. Ninna Muruti, Ninna Kiruti, Ninna Katamruta Venna, Kannu Kivi, Naligayalli, Purnisu Prasanna Venkata Venkatesha. So he's saying, oh Prasanna Venkatesha, let your form be visible to my eyes always. So the forms of Paramatma may not be seen directly as the form of Paramatma, but the world is full of forms. And each of these forms has that form because Paramatma resides in that form. If we slowly bring to our mind these thoughts and contemplate them continuously, then slowly we can be able to visualize him in every place. And that is what the seers of the ages, old ages, they were able to do it. They processed it in that way. And continuously listening to the great glories of Paramatma. Let that happen. Let that be my fortune, he says. Let my ears continuously listen to your glory. Kankivi naligayalli purnesu. Let my eye, my ear, and my tongue completely be filled with your greatness, with your glory. O Prasanna Venkatesha, he is now praying to his own Bimbamurti and seeking for the benefactions of Paramatma's devotion can be had only when we continuously contemplate, see his murtis through Tirtha Kshetras, through great people, through other things in the world, understanding his greatness, and then singing his glory. Naligayalli means to continuously chant his names. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Govinda, Narayana, Hari, Prasanna Venkata Krishna. These are the names of Paramatma, and we have to continuously chant it at the same time thinking of his glory. Now let us offer this to Paramatma. अस्मद्गुरु अंतर्गत भारती रमण मुख्य प्राणांतर्गत श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण प्रेरणे लक्ष्मी नारायण प्रीत्यर्थम श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. हरे श्रीनिवास.